Hello, St. Louis. We are here today in Bellefontaine Cemetery. And you might ask what we're doing here. And we've decided, since we love Halloween, we love horror, we love macabre, anything spooky, I mean, there is no better place to visit in all of St. Louis than right here at Bellefontaine Cemetery. If you like crypts and old graveyards, this is the biggest cemetery in all of St. Louis. And we thought we would do a video today to remind you that every Halloween, the Darkness, the Lemp, and Creepyworld open to the public. And we're inspired by real ghost stories. We're inspired by horror movies, and we're definitely inspired by the paranormal. And what better place to visit today than one of the coolest places in all of St. Louis to visit? This is the crypt of Adolphus Busch. And look at that thing. There is a whole website devoted to this crypt. This crypt was built for Adolphus and his wife, and I believe her name was Elizabeth, and she was part of the Anheuser family, which is where you get Anheuser Busch. So he was Adolphus Busch, and his wife, and I should say her father was Anheuser. And basically, her father was in the beer business. And look at this place. Is that insane or what? And we're gonna go look around this place. But just to give you a little bit of background, this crypt right here, probably in today's money, I'm guessing would cost, a couple million, $2-3 million to build today. Originally, her parents were buried inside, right inside there. When her husband died in 1913, she decided to remove her parents and bury them back here. She literally had her maids come here like every week and clean the inside of this crypt until her death. Look at this place. And you can come visit this anytime you want. Here's the literally the founder of Anheuser Busch, and he's buried right here in St. Louis. And you'll see right here Adolphus Anheuser and Eberhard Anheuser is what my guess is. I'm not 100% sure. These would have been his wife's parents. That is definitely her father right there, Eberhard Anheuser. And then this would have been her mother right here. And then Adolphus Anheuser, these are all members of their family. All of them right here. And they're all buried right here. Now, you'll see quite a few names back here. And for example, this one's Peter. This would have been his son. And then he had 8 kids. And I don't know how many of his kids are buried here, but obviously some of them are. This Eddie right here, this is one of Busch's kids as well. And I'm not sure who Walter is. Maybe you could leave a comment and let us know. But they're all Bushes, that's for sure. And then we have Bullfi, if I pronounced that right. I don't know if I did or I didn't. But these are all part of the Busch family. And then here's Carl. He was a Busch as well. And then you have Anna, obviously another person related to the Busch family. Now, let's take a look inside this crypt. There's no animal. This crypt is not hard to find. Sorry for the wind. It's not hard to find, and then yet it's impossible to find, because this cemetery is like a tourist. It's like Disneyland. It's bigger than Disneyland. It's so gigantic. And then here you go, right up there, you see Busch, 1838 to 1913. So that would have been like the year after the Titanic sank, to give you a rough idea. That's when this was built. I mean, that's when he passed away. So he lived long enough to see the Titanic sink, and then he was donezo. And he was put right here. And check out this architecture, which is so amazing. And he literally married, you know, into the Anheuser family, which is why it was called Anheuser Busch Company. And he pioneered the art of pasteurizing beer so it could be kept in railside ice houses, shipped in refrigerator cars, you know, and he really grew the company to what it is today. Now let's take a look inside. You can see that it has a lock on it. And look at these handles. I mean, you can see where at one point it was just a key to lock these two together. Now, there is a bad glare, so we're gonna try our best. And then there you go. There are their crypts. And you can see the amazing stained glass windows, the architecture. All, you know, you have to remember, these people are from Germany. Okay, so they are from Germany. They came to the United States before World War I broke out. And there you go. Look at that. Marble everywhere. And my guess is those characters on the back window, and I'm sure you could look this up, but you see at the top, if you can see the top, that is this crypt right here. So everything is modeled after this. So I'm guessing this is some kind of famous church in Germany, and that these three characters here are somehow related to German kings, queens, or whatever. That is the German flag in the center, which is the cross. So it's definitely German related, and we'll go behind it and take another look at it. But here it is. And so what we're going to be doing here, folks, is we're going to be like making a lot of videos about St. Louis's scary past. Now, you can't really see how cool the architecture is on this. I mean, the stained glass, because the light shines in from out here to in there. So you can't see it, but from the inside, really. But this is an art form to make a crypt this big. It's really amazing. And there are many, many things, especially if you look into Civil War history. There's so much history here. It's crazy. And by the way, my World War I comment is obviously they came here long before World War I, because Busch here actually was, I think, a colonel in the Union Army for the Civil War. So he was here for a long, long time. But World War I broke out basically just as he was dying, as he died. And that's World War I was between the Germans, the Austrians, the English, the French, and then ultimately America. So he was already an American citizen, and he was long long gone from Germany by the time any of that kind of thing happened. And he actually fought in the United States Civil War. And this cemetery right here, and you can see this is one of the famous grave markers. It's got number 29. When you drive into the cemetery, they literally will give you a map so you can find the famous cemetery, the famous grave sites. And then this one would be number 29 on the list. It's pretty amazing. If you like just to walk and look at amazing architecture, there's a lot of it in here. There's so much history in here, especially St. Louis history. There's Olympians, there's baseball players, there's football players, politicians, mayors, governors, senators. And you just look at this one right here and you just wonder, who was this person? And look how creepy that is. Is that not creepy? I think it is. People come here all the time and they make videos. And but you could never make a video of this whole entire place because it's just too gigantic. It is absolutely mammoth. But there are a lot of Civil War people here. Lewis and Clark, the Clark of the Lewis and Clark is buried here. Dred Scott's buried here. Rush Limbaugh, the famous radio personality, he's buried here. I can only imagine he wanted to be buried here because of all of the history when it comes to politics. And you see up there, that's where we're going next. We're making a video about the Lemp crypt right up there. And you can see trolleys. This place is so famous as a cemetery that people literally come here as tourists from all over the United States. And look at these amazing, like, monuments. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And you would see so many crypts here, and it kind of rolls up and down, and you can see the river in the background. And then of course the famous Lemp mausoleum over there. Just amazing. Well, as I said, we're going to be making a lot of videos of scary things in St. Louis. Some of the scariest things that have happened in St. Louis, probably the best movie of all time, is The Exorcist. And guess what? That happened right here in St. Louis. We're going to make a video about that. We're going to make a video of the Lemp Caves. We're going to go all over and explore every scary aspect of St. Louis. We're going to put it on our YouTube page. And then this fall, the darkness, the Lemp, return to make St. Louis scary. We are a fan of horror. We are a fan of Halloween. And so make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to bring you a lot more cool and creepy videos. Because what else do we have to do? We're waiting around for October. So follow us, and we will see you soon right here from the Busch, the founder of Bud Light. Yeah, technically right here in St. Louis at Bellefontaine Cemetery.